Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Fluently.
Hi everyone! We are so happy you're here with us today. This channel helps you practice real English every day.
Please click that subscribe button and like this video. Honestly, Anna, don't ask me how I'm doing today. I feel like a zombie.
Oh no, that sounds ominous. Let me guess, another late night working on the project?
I wish I could say it was work. That would be noble, you know? But no. I got into bed at 11 p.m. intending to sleep, really.
Uh-oh, I think I know where this is going. Did you pick up your phone to check just one notification?
Oh, you nailed it. I mean, seriously. 1 minute I'm checking an email, and the next thing I know, it's 2:30 a.m.
2:30? Adam, what were you even watching?
Well, that's the worst part. I ended up watching a guy build a swimming pool out of bamboo. In the jungle. I don't even like swimming.
Oh, the algorithm got you. Oh, Adam, that is the classic doom scrolling trap. We just can't look away, can we?
It's terrifying, actually. I mean, I lost 3 hours of my life watching bamboo construction. It feels like I didn't have control.
You're definitely not alone. It happens to the best of us. And that, my friend, is exactly why we are here today.
To talk about bamboo pools?
No. To talk about a digital detox.
Digital detox. That sounds intense. Does that mean I have to, move to a cave and throw my iPhone in the river? Because I need my maps.
No caves involved, I promise. It's not about deleting your digital life. It's about reclaiming your real life. It's about finding that balance again.
Okay, phew, because I was worried there for a second. So, if I want to stop watching jungle videos at 2 a.m., where do we actually start?
Well, before we fix the problem, we have to admit we have one. So I'm going to play doctor for a minute. Are you ready for a quick diagnosis?
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to fail this test, but okay, go ahead. What's the first symptom?
Okay, be honest. When you woke up this morning, what was the very first thing you touched? And don't say your pillow.
You got me already. It was my phone. I didn't even open my eyes fully yet, and my hand just crawled over to the nightstand like a spider.
Like a spider. That is a perfect image. But seriously, that's sign number 1, the morning reach. You're letting the world dictate your mood before you even get out of bed.
But I use it as my alarm clock. I have to turn it off, right?
Sure. But did you put it down immediately after turning off the alarm? Or did you check Instagram?
Okay, fine. I checked Instagram and maybe the weather and maybe one email.
Got you. Okay, symptom number 2. Have you ever felt your phone vibrate in your pocket, reached for it, and realized it wasn't even there?
Wait, yes. All the time. I thought I was just going crazy.
Nope, you're not crazy. It's actually called phantom vibration syndrome. Your brain is so wired for notifications that it hallucinates them.
That is wild. I mean, sometimes I even hear a ding sound when the room is totally silent. That's spooky, right?
It is. It shows how deep the wiring goes. Okay, symptom number 3, battery anxiety.
Oh, I hate that. Seeing the red icon gives me actual palpitations.
So at what percentage do you start to panic? 10%? 5%?
Try 40%.
40%? Adam, that's nearly half full. You have serious trust issues with your battery.
Hey, you never know. What if I get stranded in the middle of nowhere and need to call a helicopter? You have to be prepared.
You live in the city suburbs. But okay, now for the final, most painful test. I want you to unlock your phone right now.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Do it. Go to settings, then screen time. I want to know your daily average for this week.
Okay. I'm opening it now. Oh boy.
Don't be shy. Read the number.
It says 5 hours and 48 minutes. Daily average.
Wow, nearly 6 hours? That is intense.
I know. That's like a quarter of my entire day. I could have learned a new language in that time.
It adds up fast. A few minutes here, a few minutes there, and suddenly you've spent a part-time job's worth of hours looking at a screen.
I feel terrible now. Please tell me yours is just as bad.
Well, I'm at 4 hours, so I'm not exactly a saint either, but 6 hours is definitely the red zone.
Okay, that number is a wake-up call. I mean, clearly, we're addicted. But why? Why can't I just put it down?
That is the million-dollar question. It's not just about willpower, Adam. There is actually some serious science working against us.
Science? You mean like they designed it this way?
Exactly. And in the next part, we're going to expose the tricks they use to keep your eyes glued to that glass.
All right, I'm ready to hear the truth. Let's decode the matrix.
So imagine you're walking into a casino in Las Vegas. Lights flashing, sounds dinging. What is the most addictive game on the floor?
Probably the slot machines. You know, the one-armed bandits.
Bingo! Now, what if I told you that you're carrying a slot machine in your pocket every single day?
Come on, my phone isn't a gambling machine. I mean, I check emails, not poker hands.
Actually, the mechanism is exactly the same. It's all about something called variable rewards.
Variable rewards? That sounds like a marketing term. What does it actually mean?
Okay, think about it. If you checked your phone and every single time it was just a boring weather update, would you check it every 10 minutes?
No way. I'd probably never look at it.
Exactly, but you don't know what you're going to get. It might be a boring email, or it might be a hilarious meme, a message from a crush, or a like on your photo.
Ah, I see. So it's the uncertainty that keeps me hooked.
Yes, that uncertainty releases dopamine. It's the seeking chemical. Your brain goes, maybe this time I win, and so you pulled a lever.
Amazed. That makes so much sense. And the lever is scrolling down?
Precisely. Have you ever noticed the pull to refresh action? You drag the screen down, hold it, and let go.
And there is that little spinning wheel for a second.
That spinning wheel is not an accident. They could show you the new posts instantly, but they add a tiny delay.
Wait, are you saying they make it slower on purpose?
Yes, that split second of anticipation, that spikes your dopamine. It creates a moment of tension before the reward appears.
Ugh, that feels so manipulative. I feel like a lab rat pressing a button for a food pellet.
It is manipulative, and then there's the infinite scroll.
Oh, the bottomless pit. I hate that.
In the old days, a newspaper had a last page. A book has a final chapter. You knew when to stop.
Yeah, you'd finish the article and put the paper down. It felt complete.
But apps like TikTok or Instagram, they remove the stopping cues. There is no end. You can scroll until your thumb falls off.
Which I have almost done, by the way. So my brain never gets the signal to say, okay, we're done now.
Right, and combine that with the color red.
The notification badges?
Yes, red is the color of danger or ripe fruit. Evolution trained our eyes to spot red immediately. You literally cannot ignore a red dot.
That explains why I have to clear them. Even if I don't care about the app, I just need the red dot to disappear.
See, you're fighting against thousands of engineers who are smarter than us, paid to steal your attention.
Well, that's depressing. It feels like an unfair fight. I'm just one guy with a tired brain.
It is an unfair fight, but understanding how the trick works is the first step to beating the magician.
Okay, so I'm not weak, I'm just outgunned.
Exactly. But now that we know the science, we need to look at the damage, because this isn't just wasting time, it's hurting us.
You mean like mental health?
Mental health, relationships, and even our ability to think deeply.
All right, I have a feeling this next part is going to hit close to home. Let's talk about the cost.
So, we know the science. Now let's talk about the casualties. And I don't mean just tired eyes. I mean our relationships.
Oh boy, I have a feeling you are going to bring up a specific word. Is it phubbing?
You guessed it. Phubbing. Phone snubbing. Ignoring the person right in front of you to scroll through your feed.
I am definitely guilty of this. My girlfriend hates it. I'll be nodding at her story, but my eyes are checking a football score.
It's painful, right? It sends a silent message. This screen is more important than you.
I know, and I don't mean to do it. It just happens.
I went to a dinner party last week. Beautiful food, great music. I looked around the table, and you know what I saw?
Curious? Let me guess. Everyone taking pictures of their food?
Worse, silence. 6 people, all heads down, bathed in that blue light. It looked like a seance for robots.
That is a terrifying image, a blue light seance. But I've been that guy. It's awkward to just sit there.
But that awkwardness is where connection happens. By killing the boredom, we're killing the conversation.
You're right. We're physically present, but mentally we're on Mars or on TikTok.
And speaking of TikTok, let's talk about what happens inside your head, the comparison trap.
Oh, this one hurts, seeing everyone's perfect lives while I'm sitting here in my pajamas eating cold pizza.
Exactly. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes footage with everyone else's highlight reel.
It makes me feel, I don't know, inadequate? Like I'm falling behind?
That is the design. Envy drives engagement, but it destroys your peace of mind.
It's exhausting. But there's one more cost, isn't there? My brain feels broken.
Broken how? Like you can't focus?
Yes, I used to read books, big books. Now I can't even watch a 2-hour movie without reaching for my phone.
Ah, the second screen phenomenon. You can't just watch TV, you have to scroll while you watch.
I do. I'll be watching a movie and suddenly I'm looking up the actor's birthday on Wikipedia. Why?
Because your attention span has been shattered. Scientists call it popcorn brain. Your thoughts are popping everywhere.
Popcorn brain. That sounds delicious, but I know it's bad.
It kills deep work. Did you know that if you get interrupted by a notification, it takes your brain about 23 minutes to fully refocus?
23 minutes? No way. I thought I could multitask.
Multitasking is a myth. You're just switch-tasking really fast, and you're losing IQ points every time you do it.
So let me get this straight. I'm ignoring my loved ones, I feel jealous of strangers, and I have the attention span of a goldfish?
When you put it that way, yes, basically.
Okay, that is enough. I'm officially scared. I don't want a popcorn brain. I want my life back.
Good! Anger is good. It means you're ready to change.
I am, but how? Do I just quit? Cold turkey?
Well, there are 2 ways to do this, the hard way and the smart way.
Eager. Give me the smart way, please.
All right, let's talk strategy. It's time to design your great unplug.
I'm listening. Let's fix this mess.
So, we have 2 main paths to climb this mountain. Path A is the cold turkey method. Path B is the gradual fade.
Knowing me, cold turkey sounds like a recipe for a panic attack. What does that even look like?
It's often called a digital Sabbath. You pick one day, usually Saturday, and you turn everything off for 24 hours, 0 screens.
24 hours? What if there's an emergency? What if my boss emails me with a crisis on a Saturday?
Valid point. For most working professionals, disappearing completely is scary. So let's look at path B, the gradual limits.
Yes, please. I like the sound of that much better. Where do we start?
Firm. We start with geography. We need to create no phone zones in your house, sacred spaces where the phone is illegal.
Okay, illegal zones. Like where? The bathroom?
Well, hopefully there too, but I'm talking about the bedroom. This is non-negotiable.
I knew you were going to say that, but we go back to the alarm clock problem.
Adam, buy an alarm clock. You can get a vintage one for like $10 on Amazon.
Fine. $10 clock. I can do that. What's the next zone?
Warmly, the dining table. When you eat, no scrolling while chewing.
But what if I'm eating alone? It's so quiet. I feel like I need to be entertained.
Try it once. You might actually taste your food for the first time in years. Or play the phone stack game with friends.
Oh, I know that one. Everyone stacks their phones in the middle of the table?
Exactly. And the first person to grab their phone pays the entire bill.
Ouch! That would definitely stop me. I'm too cheap to lose that game.
It works. Now, let's talk about the buzzing. We need to perform notification surgery.
Surgery? That sounds painful. My phone buzzes pretty much nonstop.
Strategic. Here is the rule. Humans versus machines. You keep notifications on for real people. Texts, calls.
Okay, so my mom can reach me.
Yes, but apps, machines, you kill them. No news alerts, no game invites, no someone liked your photo.
Turn them all off? But I'll miss the news.
You won't. You just check the news when you decide to, not when the app screams at you. You take back control.
I like that distinction. Active checking versus passive reacting.
Precisely. And finally, we need to add friction. We need to make your phone annoying to use.
Why would I want to make it annoying? Tech is supposed to be seamless.
Seamless is the trap. I want you to take your most addictive apps and bury them.
Bury them, like in a folder?
Yes, put Instagram in a folder inside another folder on the very last page of your screen.
That's remarkably petty. I love it. So I have to dig for it?
Yes, that extra 3 seconds gives your brain a chance to ask, do I really need to do this?
Usually the answer is probably no. I'm just bored.
But Adam, be careful. When you take away the pacifier, the baby starts to cry.
Wait, am I the baby in this metaphor?
We all are. When the boredom hits and the phone isn't there, that's when the FOMO attacks.
The fear of missing out. I've heard about the withdrawal symptoms.
It gets ugly before it gets better. Are you ready to face the silence?
I think so. Let's talk about how to survive the withdrawal.
Yes, Adam.
So, let's say I actually do this. I put the phone in the drawer, I sit on the couch, and then the panic sets in.
Yes, the itch. Your brain starts screaming, what if everyone is having fun without me?
Exactly. It's the FOMO. I feel like there's this secret party happening on the internet, and I'm the only one not invited.
Let me tell you a secret. There is no party. It's mostly just people arguing about politics or posting photos of their latte art.
Okay, fair point. But it's the silence that scares me. When the buzzing stops, it's just quiet.
And that quietness, that is what we call boredom. And believe it or not, boredom is actually a superpower.
A superpower? Come on, Anna. Boredom feels like torture.
No, listen. When was the last time you had a truly brilliant idea? Like a creative breakthrough?
Honestly, probably while I was taking a shower.
Bingo! And why? Because you can't bring your phone into the shower. Your brain finally had space to wander.
Wow, you're right. I wasn't consuming content, so my brain started creating it.
Exactly. Constant stimulation kills creativity. We need to embrace the boredom. We need to reclaim it.
Okay, reclaiming boredom. But what do I actually do with my hands? They feel so empty without a device.
You need analog alternatives. You need to replace the digital habit with a physical one.
Like what? You want me to start knitting sweaters?
Why not? Knitting's great, but it can be simpler. Read a physical book. Feel the paper pages.
The smell of old books. I do miss that. It's very grounding.
Or go for a walk. But here's the challenge. No headphones, no podcast, just you and the world.
No headphones? But what will I listen to? The sound of my own heavy breathing?
You listen to the birds, the wind. You look at the architecture. You'll notice things you've walked past for 10 years.
I guess I have been walking through life with blinders on.
Inquisitive. Did you have any hobbies before the smartphone took over?
Yeah, I used to sketch a bit, just doodling in a notebook. I haven't done that in ages.
There you go. Buy a cheap sketchbook. When you feel the urge to scroll, draw something instead.
But what about the news? What if something huge happens, like aliens land on Earth?
Calm, Adam. If aliens land on Earth, I promise you your neighbor will tell you. You don't need Twitter to know the world is ending.
That's true. Bad news travels fast with or without a phone.
So we flip the script. Instead of FOMO, we aim for JOMO.
Confused. JOMO? Is that a new dance move?
Smiling tone. The joy of missing out. It's the relief of not having to know everything about everyone all the time.
Relieved sigh. That sounds peaceful. Just being present in my own life.
Affirming. It is freedom. It's realizing the world keeps turning even if you aren't watching it.
Determined. I like that. JOMO. I'm going to make that my new mantra.
Perfect. You survived the withdrawal by falling back in love with the real world.
Ready. Okay, I think I can handle the boredom now. But how do I keep this up forever?
Serious. You don't have to stay offline forever. You just need a new system. Digital minimalism.
The long game. Okay, teach me how to return to the matrix without getting trapped again.
So we've survived the detox. Now comes the hard part, re-entering the world without falling back into the trap. We call this digital minimalism.
Whew, honestly, I was worried I'd have to throw my smartphone in the ocean and use a carrier pigeon.
No pigeons, I promise. Minimalism isn't about having zero technology. It's about using technology as a tool, not a toy.
Tool versus toy, I like that. So Google Maps is a tool.
Exactly. It solves a specific problem. But endless scrolling on Instagram, that's a toy. It's entertainment designed to waste time.
And I definitely treat my phone like a toy chest. So how do we clean it up?
First step, the great unfollow. You need to Marie Kondo your social media feed.
You mean ask, does this influencer spark joy?
Yes, if an account makes you feel jealous, anxious, or annoyed, unfollow ruthlessly.
Yeah, but what if it's a friend or a coworker? I can't just unfollow them, it's rude.
That is why the mute button was invented. It is the polite way to ghost people.
The mute button, of course, keeping the peace while saving my sanity.
Now for my favorite technical hack. It's called grayscale mode.
Grayscale? Like black and white TV?
Yes, go into your accessibility settings and turn your screen black and white. It strips away all the colorful candy.
Oh, that is sneaky. So I'll check it, get bored immediately, and put it away.
Precisely. It turns your slot machine into a utilitarian tool.
Impressed. I'm going to try that. It sounds intense, but effective.
Next rule, the desktop-only policy for heavy apps.
Desktop only? You mean I should delete the apps from my phone?
Yes, if you want to check Facebook or Twitter, sit down at a computer. Make it a deliberate activity, not a nervous twitch.
But the desktop versions are so clunky and ugly.
Smiling. Friction, Adam. We want friction. If it's annoying to use, you'll use it less.
You really are a cruel drill sergeant, but I get it. I need to stop the mindless pocket checking.
It's about being intentional. Instead of checking, you are deciding.
Okay, I want to start now, like right now.
Good. Let's make a pact. Unlock your phone.
Uh-oh, here we go. It's unlocked.
Commanding. Pick the one app that steals the most time, the one you hate love.
Yeah, it's definitely that short video app. I lose hours there.
Firm. Delete it right now. Hold the icon, press the X.
Okay, delete, confirm, deep breath. It's gone.
Proud tone. How does that feel?
Surprised, weirdly lighter, like I just dropped a heavy backpack.
That is the feeling of freedom. You just bought yourself an hour of free time every day.
An hour a day? That's 365 hours a year. I could write a book in that time.
Exactly. You are back in the driver's seat.
I feel great. I think I'm ready to wrap this up and actually go live my life.
Well, we have covered a lot today, from phantom vibrations to deleting apps. How are you feeling now?
Honestly, I feel awake. It's been a journey, but I'm ready to stop being a zombie and start being a human again.
That's the goal. Now, to our listeners, we have a specific challenge for you.
What's the challenge? Are we sending them to the jungle?
No jungle. The challenge is simple. As soon as this episode ends, I want you to put your phone in another room for just 1 hour.
Wait, not yet. Don't put it away yet.
Why? What's wrong? You were just all about digital minimalism.
I know, but before they throw their phones across the room, they need to press a very specific button.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. You are terrible.
Yes, if you enjoyed this conversation, please hit that like button. It helps the algorithm find more people who need a detox.
The irony, using the algorithm to fight the algorithm. I love it.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We promise our content is the good kind of dopamine.
Absolutely. Think of us as the healthy vegetables of the internet, but tasty ones.
Speak for yourself, I'm the dessert. But seriously, guys, thank you for listening.
All right, everyone, go unplug. Reclaim your time. You can do this.
See you in the real world. Bye.